first of all, you need to sit down and get to know the person, obviously, and it's not much deeper than that. You just need to learn who they are, where they're going, what a little bit about their background, so that you can better understand what they're like and where they are, not just in the world, but where they are spiritually, because that's really the bottom line, is what eventually you want to try to help them grow spiritually. So as basic as my first tip was, my second one is just as practical, and that is create a schedule and be flexible when you do so. Way to pick a schedule generally is once a week. It can be in person, it can be on the phone, it can be on the golf course, it can be in a restaurant. But remember, we're all human, and if you don't put it on the schedule, if you don't try to make it a priority, it will get lost. My third tip is going to be almost as simple, and that is just start slowly. Remember, you're new at this, he's new at this, and you're just learning where you're just taking baby steps. Think hitting singles and not home runs. We all would love to be the classic preacher that stands up and brings thousands to faith each week, but that's not going to happen in practical real world that we live in. So if you go out there and do nothing but just bring God's word into your week one more time, that's a win. But hopefully it'll get a little bit bigger than that as you go along, and eventually you will smack one out of the park, whether you intend to or not. Which brings me to my next tip, and that is there are going to be bumps. And the bumps can be as simple as you get really busy and you don't get to meet each other. The bumps could be as complex as that one of you has a nerve hit by God's word and you pull away a little bit because you're scared or afraid or unwilling. But continue to reach out, continue to be there, and let God do his thing. So my sixth tip is just don't be afraid. If you're going to come upon topics that either you're not sure about or you don't know much about, or maybe you're even scared of, but don't worry if you don't think you're qualified, because reality is you're probably not qualified. But you're not God. You're just the caddy for this guy. You're just out there helping him through his life, and God will speak to you, to him through you, and you just have to allow it. So my final tip is to remember the end game, and that is you are now taking the third and final step in the full circle of Christianity. You are mentoring someone else, you are discipling someone else, you're helping someone else, whether they're beginning their circle or whether they're at the closing in on their third step as well. But you're helping them do that, and that should make you feel good.